So let's show you kind of what Jamboard looks like. I'm going to go to my drive and press new Google Jamboard. Now for me, all my trainings, all the things I ever say to people, for me as a content creator, I always go to drive first. I just think it's easier because you know where it's going to be. So when I make this jam, I'm just going to call this call it trial. Now, once trial is made and I made it in Drive, what's great is what I know now is that I know where it was created. I created it in the My Drive level of my Google Drive, and now I can sort that, post it in Google Classroom, whatever. I prefer to be in the Drive when I start something, but that's a story for another day. So when you're in the Google Jamboard, the first thing you're going to notice is this button here. This button will take you home to that jamboard.google.com. So if you hit that, it will take you there. When you're in the home, there are 3 lines. You've got About Jamboard, Jamboard Help. If you hit About Jamboard, it's going to take you to the Google Cloud and give you some resources, including the actual physical Jamboard. Jamboard Help, if you click that, it's going to take you to the community so that you can kind of look at the help center. How does it work? And then also it's got a community section where they've got first day Jamboard trainings and other things, featured posts, ideas, so on. That's a great resource if you need it. Now, as we pop back through jamboard.google.com, you'll notice you've got your jams that you could open up. There's always a 3-dot menu. You can rename them, download them as a PDF, or remove them on any of them. As you see here, there is an arrow that pops up on this one. If you click it, it just kind of lets you preview. That one has 2 pages. Now, like this one has 2 pages. This one has many pages. So you can kind of preview it in that moment, which is kind of a cool feature. Over here on the right, on jamboard.google.com, you can look at any owned by me. You can look at not owned by me or owned by anyone. You can refresh the page just to kind of kick in any files you might be working on. You can sort it in multiple ways. You can look at it in row view, which basically breaks it out as to what the pages look like in a line. Or you can go into grid view versus row view. You can open a jam here. If you know the jam code, you can click that. And that's about it on the Google Jamboard front page, except for this big giant orange button right here. That big giant orange button basically is the key to creating a new Jamboard if you're in this space. So if you're in that space and you want to create a new Jamboard that way, you could do that. So I'm going to hit that. And all that's going to happen is another Jamboard is going to open. So since that was created in that space, there's going to be a Jamboard that pops up in my drive. So again, no matter how you get there, however you start, this is how you start a Jamboard. And that first button can take you to that home page, jamboard.google.com, which also is duplicated here. So just a lot of different ways to get to the same place. And then you arrive here on the main screen. So on the next part of this playlist, we're going to go through the buttons.